I see so many people asking BookTokers how they receive free books from publishers, and I've been fortunate enough to receive a ton of ARCs recently, so let's go through them all and I'll let you know how I ended up receiving each one. The first book I received recently was Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. This is a music-themed magical realism romance by the same author who wrote The 7-Year Slip. I was sent this by HarperCollins and I received it by commenting on their TikTok saying I was excited about this release, and they messaged me asking if they could send a copy. Obviously the answer was yes. The Griffin Sisters' Greatest Hits by Jennifer Weiner. This is about two sisters who are in a band that broke up 20 years ago and unraveling the story of why. It's giving me Daisy Jones and the Six vibes. This is published by HarperCollins, and I received it via Rachel Quinn Marketing as I signed up to her mailing list over on IG. Cover Story by Mari McFarlane. This is a romance set in Manchester about two journalists. I received this from Harper Fiction after I replied to their Instagram story when they asked who was excited about this release. They messaged me and asked if I'd like a review copy. Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. This is a non-fiction book about the history and future of TB, which is the world's deadliest infection. I was sent this by Ebry after I emailed them to request it. I will say, I do think emailing publishers has the lowest success rate of all the ways I get physical ARCs, but occasionally it works. And I'm sure that probably varies depending on how many followers you have, so if you have like 100,000 followers, I'm sure you probably have a much better success rate with emailing. But for me with 7,000, not overly successful, but occasionally. The Dream Hotel by Leila Lalami. This is speculative fiction about a woman who is detained after an algorithm analysing her dreams deems her to be an imminent threat to her husband. I was sent this by Bloomsbury after requesting it in their Bloomsbury Creator Circle monthly newsletter. And I think you need 3,000 followers and to DM them to request to be added to that database. Then I have 3 books from Legend Press. The first one is Carbon Dating by Jen Smith, and this is a romance about 2 rival archaeologists. I received this after basically begging Olivia at Legend Press to put me on the list for an ARC. And I do actually know Olivia, so this was in-person grovelling. I then also received Lilith by Nikki Marmory. This is basically a Garden of Eden retelling, and it sounds like it'll be quite dark, so I'm excited for this. And I got The Ocean by Starula Hendrickson, which is a non-fiction book about how the ocean has shaped our world and our societies. And both these books are ones that Olivia picked out for me because she thought I'd enjoy them. Then I have Notes on Infinity by Austin Taylor. This is about 2 Harvard students who drop out and start a biotech after they announce they found the cure for aging. I was sent this by Michael Joseph Books after I commented on one of their TikToks saying it sounded so good. And again, they messaged me asking if I'd like to receive a copy. Love Off Script by Laura Starkey. This is a romance about a script consultant and a director on the set of a Regency TV show. I was sent this by Embla and they reached out to me via TikTok DMs. This Song Is About Us by Sarah Barnard. This is a YA romance about a young couple who choose to keep their relationship secret after one of them becomes a famous musician. I was sent this by Walker Books and they reached out to me via email, which I always keep linked on my page. So those are all of the books I've received recently and how I got each one. I think the main takeaway message is that you should really be proactive. The vast majority of these ARCs are ones that I initiated the interaction for, but if you have any questions about receiving ARCs, please